Hey guys, it's Rebecca. So today I'm going to be doing the Wheel of the Year book tag, which is a tag that was created by Rhiannon over at Crescent Moon Reads. I was tagged to do this by Kenzie over at Kenzie Lee T. So thank you so much for tagging me because I really wanted to do this tag. So I'm so excited to do this. So let's just get right into the video. So the first question is, in bulk, new beginnings, rebirth, moving into spring, what new to you book series are you anxious to start? Okay, first of all, I don't think I'm going to be actually saying like the names of this right, like the names of the questions, because I don't really know anything about the Wheel of the Year, but this seems like such a good tag anyway, but I literally don't know if I'm pronouncing anything right, so I'm really sorry if I just say things completely wrong. But anyway, my answer for this is The Raven Cycle, the first of which is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I have been wanting to read these for absolutely ages, and so many people absolutely love these books, so I'm so excited to read them. I noticed that my library has like the rest of the books, so if I'm not able to buy them, then it'd be so good for me to just go and get them from my library, because like my library literally has like barely any YA books, so it'd be so good for me to just easily be able to get the next ones. But I have the first one and it's my own copy, so I can start this whenever I want, so hopefully I get this read at some time in the summer because I'm just so excited to read it. Like, I just have a feeling I'm gonna absolutely love it. So the second question is Ostara, perfect balance, light coming to defeat dark, the first day of spring, name a book with a happy ending. So for this question I decided to choose Always and Forever, Lara Jean. This is the last book in the To All the Boys I've Loved Before trilogy, and I have to say it does have a happy ending. I don't know if that's kind of like a spoiler, but I just love these books so much, so I was actually really glad that they ended with a happy ending, or what I thought was a happy ending anyway. So the third question is Beltane, vitality and fertility, the peak of spring heading into summer. It is a time for passion and love. Name your favourite passionate couple, canon or not. So for this question I'm going to pick Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice. I realised whenever I was trying to think about my answer to this question, I realised that I absolutely love them too, and I really need to reread that book soon because I did read it quite a while ago, and I consider it like one of my all-time favourite books because they're just the perfect like hate to love romance. I love them both so much. Like, I absolutely loved Mr. Darcy, so I have to say like they're one of my all-time favourite couples. I thought that was a good answer to this question because it actually took me quite a while to think about who would be my actual all-time favourite, because I love Lara Jean and Peter Kavinsky and all, but I think Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy is just like that classic couple who are just the best. Like, they're just so amazing. I love them so much. So the next question is Letha. Longest day, the sun is in full power, life is full and it is time to celebrate before we begin the descent into the dark of the whale. What book or character makes you feel most ready to party? So I had to think about my answer to this question for ages. Like, I literally couldn't think like what character or book made me feel like I wanted to party. Like, I just couldn't think of any character who made me feel like that. So I eventually came to my answer, and it's actually from a book that I'm currently reading, and that is The Wicked Deep by Shay Earnshaw. All the characters in this have annual parties, and one of them happens at the start of The Wicked Deep, and it's just like to celebrate the swan season, and there seems to be loads of parties like during the swan season in this book, and there is loads of times where it just made me feel like I just wanted to join in with all of the parties in it because they seem so fun, and they dress up like in 1800s costumes and all, and it just seemed like so much fun. Yeah, that's the answer I'm going to give for this. It's literally such a good book. I feel like I'm going to give it like a really high rating even so far. Like, I'm hoping I like the ending though, but I absolutely love it so far. Like, it's such a good book. So the fifth question is Lana's first harvest, moving into autumn, the first grains harvested. What tasty treat in a book would you love to be able to pull from the pages to eat? Okay, 100% I would pick everything that Lara Jean bakes in the To All the Boys I've Loved Before trilogy. Like, I know I've already mentioned those books in this, but that just has to be like the perfect answer because everything that she bakes is just sounds so delicious, and I just always want to eat what she bakes. Like, it just all sounds so nice. Every time I read those books, I just feel like I really need to start baking stuff because it just like it makes me so hungry reading those books because she's always baking something that just seems so delicious. So yeah, that's my answer to this question. So the next question is Mabon, perfect balance, dark coming to defeat light, The first day of autumn, a time of reflection on the year's fruition. What is a project you're proud of that you have recently made progress in? I don't know if it really counts, but what I was thinking of for this question is just BookTube and my BookTube channel in general, because I feel like I've made a lot of progress really quickly. Like, I think I went pretty quickly from like 100 subscribers to like 450 subscribers. It took me a long time to get to 100, and then it feels like it just went really fast from then on. I'm really happy just with how I've been working on BookTube and making those videos, and I just love doing it. So that's like my main thing that I'm doing right now. I don't really have any other like actual projects that I'm working on, so it's really the only answer I could give, but I do think it's like true. Like, I think I've made a lot of progress on BookTube, like not even just in subscribers, but I've been working on trying to make like even like my lighting and all better in my videos, and I feel like that has helped because I got like a ring light and all, and it's just so much faster for me to set up videos and everything from that, so I'm able to upload a lot more frequently. I know I hadn't been in like May and June, but that was because of exams, so I would have been uploading more, but it's so much faster for me to upload now in the summer because I had like massive lights that I would have had to set up. So in loads of areas of BookTube, like I feel like I have made progress, so that's really good, and I'm really happy with that. So the next question is Samhain, All Souls Night, the point of death in the wheel, the boundary between worlds is thinnest, time to honour ancestors, name a book that represented your ethnic heritage, or if you have not read one yet, say what ethnic ancestry you'd like to see in a book. So for this question I decided to choose Paddy Clark Ha 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 by Roddy Doyle. This is a book that is set in Dublin in Ireland, and I really enjoyed this book, and I'm Irish myself, so that was really good, but it is by an Irish author, and I've never actually read a book that has like a main character that is Irish in like a book that's written like anywhere else, like in YA or anything. I've never read that, but yeah, it was good like reading a book with an Irish character, because like the sense of humour was like the same. Like, I was able to get all the humour that I don't think anybody else would be really able to get if they were from somewhere else, because it was very specific to like Irish humour and what it's like growing up in Ireland and everything. So I really enjoyed this book. I don't think it's an absolutely perfect book, but it is a very good book, and the representation of like being Irish was good. I think that's the main thing that was good about it. Just like that I was able to get the humour in it, as I said, because I'm Irish. I think that was like the best thing about it. So yeah, it was really good just being able to read about an Irish character, which is something I hadn't been able to do before. So I really enjoyed this book even just for that aspect. So the last question is Yule. Deepest darkness is in peak, and we wait for the light to return. What book dealt with a very heavy topic but ultimately relayed a message of hope? So I actually found it really difficult to come up with an answer for this book, because I don't really read that many books that deal with like specifically heavy topics. Like, I've read like very heavy books, but not ones that deal with a specific topic, or like so that the ending gave a specific message, like, if that makes sense. So because I wouldn't read a lot of like contemporary books in classics and stuff, like it's always like a very vague message and you have to kind of look deeper into it. So I don't really have one that was like a very specific topic, or at least like I couldn't think of one, like on the top of my head I couldn't think of one that I had read that had that. So I just decided to pick one that was a book that was just very heavy in general but did have a message of hope at the end. Well, I thought so anyway, and I chose Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. This book just is very heavy to read, and it does have very heavy topics in it that wouldn't really be considered heavy topics if you put them into like a contemporary book right now. But just in the context of this book, it was so good, and I just think this book deals with like so many different things, and it's all so intricately done. Every single thing means something throughout the book. There's so many different themes that it just is very hard to read, but so good and so worth it in the end. I absolutely love this book. I would say it's one of my all-time favourite books, definitely one of my all-time favourite classics now, because just how well put together this book is. It's just like a masterpiece. I have talked about this book loads before, so I don't really want to go into much detail, but it is a very heavy book just in general, and it does have a message of hope at the end, so that's why I decided to choose this. If you haven't read Great Expectations already, then please do, because it's such a good book. Like, I absolutely love it, and if anybody's read it, then please let me know, because I'd love to talk about this book and just what other people's thoughts on it was and what they got from it, because sometimes I get afraid that it was just me. So yeah, that was my choice for that question. So that's it for this video. The people that I'd like to tag are Carrie over at Cats and Camera, Tom over at TJ Reads the Stars, and Mayana over at As Told by Honey. I absolutely love doing this tag, and I thought this is like the most well put together tag that I've ever done. Rhiannon did such a good job of this tag. Even the prompts are so well written and just so well done in general. Like, this is like the best tag I've ever done. Like, it's just so intricate or something. Like, I don't even know, like, but it's such a good tag. So thank you so much to Kenzie for tagging me, because I'm so glad that I got to do this tag. If you would like to do this tag, then just consider yourself tagged, and if you have done this tag already, then please let me know in the comments. I'd love to go and hear your answers to the questions. So that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, please like and subscribe, because I'd really appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.